Introverts unite! From home, in our PJs, on our couch. But does that really work? Is that really going to help you find your purpose? My name is Sarah Woodard. I am the founder of Spark Consciousness, and I am also an introvert. And I am here to answer that question for you. How can you as an introvert find those connections that help you find your purpose? And can you really do it from home in your PJs? I'm going to tell you right now, no, you can't. But I'm going to give you some tips on how to overcome that introverted desire to stay at home on your couch in your PJs and get out in the world and make those connections. I've got 5 tips for you. Are you ready? Here we go. Number 1, start small. You don't have to go out and meet a whole crowd of people. In fact, as an introvert, that is super overwhelming because as introverts, people are exhausting for us. It doesn't mean we're shy or anxious, right? Extroverts can be shy and anxious too based on their life experiences, but extroverts find energy around people. Introverts find energy by ourselves. So start really small. Connect one-on-one or in a small group with people. Make it easy on yourself. Going out there and trying to connect with like a giant business networking group or something, not going to work. But a small group that has a similar interest in you is going to be a much better place to start. And here's an example. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I've been out in Colorado for about a year, and I moved out here from back east knowing no one. And it's taken me a really long time to get out in the world and start making those connections. I know my purpose, but I still need those connections. I still need those people in my life that just help make it richer and fuller. So a couple of weeks ago, I realized I was really craving that sisterhood, that group of, that inner circle group of people. And I started looking and wound up going to this really cool group for forest bathing. I was definitely anxious, right? I had all this stress in my head about, are you gonna be able to find the group once you get to the location? And what if you don't like it? And la 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 la. And I had to just take a step back from myself and say, Sarah, that's not serving you right now. You need to get out and just go there. And I did. And it was amazing. And I did. I found my people. I did know, just based on some assumptions, forest bathing is not like this rad popular thing, right? It's a pretty niche little thing. So I made the assumption it's not going to be a huge group of people. I also made the assumption that given what I'm into, people in that group would be into similar things. They may not share all of my same values, but they're going to have some crossover. And I was right. And it was amazing. And they have very quickly become my people. They opened me with open arms. Now, had I gone to like a big networking business thing, I would have wound up standing in the corner waiting for some more extroverted person to approach me. I'm sure as introverts, you can all relate to that. So start small. Find a little group. Meetup is a great place to do that. That's where I found the forest bathing group. But just start with a small group where you can feel comfortable that you're not going to be overwhelmed by the mass crush of people. So number 2 is to go easy on yourself. Many introverts, particularly those who have a T, so like I'm an INFJ-T. The INFJ, if you're familiar with Myers-Briggs, you already know, and if not, feel free to check that out and figure out your own personality type. But the -T, there's -T and there's -A. So the T stands for turbulent, and it doesn't mean that we're turbulent people. What it means is that we have a lot of self-criticism and we are very sensitive to the daily stressors of life. But even if you're a -A, you may still do this as an introvert. We run these scenarios that we have already gone through. Our most recent social interaction, or hell, a social interaction that happened 6 years ago. We run that through in our brains to death. What did we do wrong? Well, how did they respond to us? Was that really la 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 la? Oh my God, right? Not always a bad thing, right? It can be useful to do that if you're trying to learn how you impact others and how to improve your social interactions. But otherwise, it's not serving you or me to do that. So go easy on yourself. And when you catch yourself doing that mind lap of, oh, did I offend them? Did I la la? Call a timeout on your mind loop and instead remind yourself that you were really brave to go and interact with these new people. And even if not every single one of them liked you, Enough of them did. Not everyone likes everybody. That's just a fact. And that is okay. But enough of them did. And so you can still feel safe going back to that group. Or maybe it wasn't the right group for you. Maybe after you did the whole thing, you're like, whoa, I didn't fit in there at all. That's okay too. We're going to talk about what to do for that in a little bit. Both are okay scenarios, but just stop the mind loop. Time out on that. You're not serving yourself. You're just causing yourself stress. And I know because I do it all the time. So number 3 is to just have reasonable expectations, both of yourself and of the process. So as introverts, clearly, we want to just stay home in our jammies if we can. I get it. I totally get it. That's okay. Just recognize that because that is your innate personality, and you do derive energy from being home in your jammies by yourself on your couch doing your thing, whatever that thing is, it's going to take you longer, potentially, than it would take an extrovert to find their tribe. Like I said, I've been in Colorado a little over a year. I just found them. That's okay. And it's okay to feel lonely in the meantime. But just know it's going to take a little bit longer. And know that however long it takes you, even though I'm sure you're in a hurry to find your purpose and make those connections that can help you with that process, whatever timing you're on is the perfect timing for you. And that is all that matters. Don't judge yourself by how fast other people are making friends or how quickly other people seem to be getting at their purpose. First of all, appearances are not always true. And second of all, you do you, and however you show up is perfect. Number 4 is to be open to some non-peer age connections. Now, yeah, we all need those peer age people because they have a shared history. We grew up playing the same toys, watching the same stuff on TV, watching the same movies, listening to the same music, having the same bad hairstyles, whatever it is. We need those people because we have that shared connection. But we also need people who are not in our peer age because those non-peer age people provide different things. If they're older, they have both lived through our history and their own. And as a result of that, they have wisdom and knowledge and perspective that can be really valuable, particularly when it comes to figuring out your purpose and your values and how you want to bring that forth into the world. The younger ones, they're curious and they've got their own dramas that they're living through. And I get news for you. Those dramas they're living through are the exact same things that you went through at their age. So you can learn from them and their curiosity and their questions that they're asking you while also being that older, wiser person in their lives and helping them through that same drama that you went through. And in doing that, you might just trip right over your purpose. Yeah. Also, I want to mention this older and younger peer age thing and why it matters. From the astrological standpoint, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto influence entire generations more than the individual. So that means that people who are the same peer age are going to have similar unconscious motivations, struggles, and ambitions. So a lot of your peers may have similar life purposes, but manifest them and show them up in their own lives very, very differently than you. It also means people who are in different generations, different peer age groups, are going to have those same similar things to their peer ages that will be different from yours. And again, that's super, super valuable for you learning about how others are interacting with the world. And that can influence your understanding of your purpose. Number 5 is to trust your instincts. So that might be kind of tough to do. I know in my 20s and 30s, trusting my instincts, I couldn't tell the difference. Am I being anxious? Is this my instinct? Am I truly falling in love? Or am I just in lust, right? Couldn't always tell. Sometimes I still can't. But when it comes to connecting with groups that are going to help you find your purpose, trusting your instincts is mostly about trusting yourself. Trust that you know if you feel comfortable and safe in a group or not. And if the answer is not, it's not the group for you. Trust that if you feel comfortable and safe there, the people there feel the same way around you, and therefore you can be yourself with them, and they will accept you however you show up. Also, when you're looking for those groups, trust that if there's one that sounds kind of intriguing, but maybe you're a little like, oh, I don't know how I want to do that. Trust that if it sounds interesting, there's a reason. Even if it's nothing you've ever tried before. Trust that there's a reason and go. I know it might be hard because you got to get out of your jammies and off your couch and out the door, but try it. If there's a reason it sounds interesting to you, you may not know what that reason is until you go to the group and try it. So try it. Trust that part of you that's responding in some positive way knows what it's talking about. For introverts, this process of finding those communities and connections that can help find your life purpose, it can take a little bit longer. But remember, whatever speed you go at is okay. It's all perfect, and you will get to your purpose when and how you were meant to. Hopefully, with the 5 tips I have listed off in this video, you'll feel more comfortable to start putting yourself out there to find those connections. Get started today. Don't wait anymore. Use these tips as soon as you feel like you can, like today. And if you need a little more support, check out my journaling challenge and my online course. There's links down there in the comments for you. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you can always find me and always get notified about my new videos. And I will see you next time.